Welcome to part 10 of the AWS Ecosystem Deep Dive. This might be the most exciting part yet. Quick recap: over parts 1 through 9, we have built a complete cloud infrastructure from scratch with security, networking, compute, databases, integration, analytics, CI/CD, migration, and governance. But AI is changing everything. Every company wants to add AI capabilities to their applications, and AWS has released a massive suite of AI and machine learning services. In part 10, we are covering Bedrock for generative AI applications, SageMaker for building custom models, Lex and Poly for conversational AI, Rekognition for image analysis, and much more. This is the future of software development. Subscribe if you haven't. We are almost at the finish line. Let's add AI to our toolkit. Today, everybody's talking about AI, and AWS has released a lot of AI and ML services. Let me show you what's available. First, and this is probably the most exciting one, is Bedrock, which you can find in the machine learning section. And this is where you can find it. It's the easiest way to build generative AI applications. Let's click on it and then get into its dashboard. Bedrock gives you access to foundational models like Claude from Anthropic, Llama from Meta, Amazon's own Titan, and others. You can create knowledge bases that let AI answer questions about your documents. You can build AI agents that take actions on behalf of users. As you can see, if you scroll down, this is where you create knowledge bases. And the agents section is where you can create your own custom agents. And scrolling down, get into model access and then go into model catalog. And this is where you can see all the options of models that you can pick from for your applications. And here's the important thing. In Bedrock, you use models. You do not train them. No ML expertise needed. You just configure and use. And when would you use Bedrock? In scenarios where you are building AI chatbots, creating document Q&A systems, content generation, AI agents that automate workflows. Basically, when you want to add generative AI to your applications without becoming an ML expert. Now, if you do want to be an ML expert and build your own custom models, there is SageMaker. And then we go back into the same section, which is machine learning. And then this is where, if you scroll down, you will get to SageMaker AI. Let's click on it and then get into its dashboard. SageMaker is the full ML development platform. With SageMaker, you can train models from scratch using your own data. Fine-tune existing models to work better for your specific use cases. Deploy models at scale and do full ML ops, the DevOps of machine learning. Here's the key distinction. Bedrock is for using pre-trained models. SageMaker is for training your own. Bedrock is quick to start. SageMaker gives you complete control. Choose based on whether you want convenience or customization. For convenience, Bedrock. For customization, SageMaker. Moving on to the next service, which is Amazon Q, which we can again find in the same machine learning section, and scroll down and you will find it right here. Amazon Q is AWS generative AI powered assistance. There are two versions. Amazon Q Developer is for developers. It helps with code generation, debugging, and AWS expertise. You can ask it questions about AWS, get help with your code, generate CloudFormation templates. Amazon Q Business is for business users. It connects to your enterprise data and lets users ask questions in natural language. And for building conversational inferences, there is Lex. And you can find it right here. If you scroll up, that is where Lex is. Lex is how you create chatbots and voice bots. Lex provides natural language understanding and speech recognition. Let's click on it and get into its dashboard. And this is where you create Lex bots. And creating Lex bots is pretty straightforward, but there are two different ways. You can go either the traditional way or the generative way. Let's create a Lex bot very quickly and then show you what's in it and then how to leverage it. We just leave the things as default and we click next. And over here, we are setting language as English to get started with. And we are choosing a voice, which can be anything. I'm going with Matthew.
Hello, my name is Matthew. Let me know how I can assist.
And that's how you can hit play and then test how it sounds. And if you like the voice, then you click done. Once the bot is created, let's go into the actual bot configurations. And you see a lot of configurations over here, like intents, aliases, and bot versions, which are the key things that you will be working with. Intents are basically about the intention for which that we are building it. As an example, let's say you're building a chatbot for a hotel. There can be multiple intents when you're building a chatbot for a hotel. One intent can be being able to book a room. Other intent can be being able to cancel a reservation. Another intent can be just inquiry about the facilities that they provide. So those are intents for different languages and build a bot. And one fun fact, Alexa uses the same technology under the hood. And for voices, we have another service called Poly, which you will find in the same section of machine learning. And you scroll down, you will find it here. Poly is text to speech. You give it text, it generates lifelike voice audio. Great for voice on AI agents, creating audiobooks, accessibility features for visually impaired users. The opposite of Poly is Transcribe, which is speech to text, which is right here. If you scroll down, Transcribe is here. You give it audio, it produces written text. Call center transcriptions, video subtitles, meeting notes, anywhere you need to convert spoken words to text, you need to use Transcribe. And you see Translate over here. Translate does exactly what you would expect. Natural machine translation, neural machine translation between languages. Great for multilingual applications, context localization, real-time chat translations. And you see Textract over here. Textract extracts text and data from scanned documents. Not just OCR, it understands the structure, like forms, tables, and invoices. You use it for invoice processing, form extraction, and digitalizing paper documents. And for image and video analysis, there is Rekognition right here. It does object detection, like what is in this image, face analysis, like who is this, context moderation, like is this appropriate, celebrity recognition, is that a famous person. And for natural language processing on text, there is comprehend. If you scroll up, you will see comprehend right here. It does sentiment analysis, like is this review positive or negative? Entity extraction, like what people, places, and things are mentioned. Key phrase extraction, like what's this text about? Great for analyzing customer feedback, processing support tickets, understanding social media. And for healthcare, we have comprehend medical right here. Same NLP capabilities, but specialized for medical text. It extracts medical entities, identifies medications, detects protected health information. Now, when it comes to DevOps, with ML capabilities, we have DevOps Guru right here. DevOps Guru is ML powered operations. It detects operational issues before they impact users. It monitors your applications, learns what normal looks like, and alerts you when something seems wrong, meaning proactive anomaly detection and root cause analysis. And for recommendations, there is Personalize, and you scroll down and you can find it right here. So this is real-time personalization like you see on Amazon.com. Product recommendations, content personalization, search result ranking, the same technology Amazon uses for its own recommendations. So with that, we have added AI capabilities. Let's recap. What a lineup we covered in part 10. Bedrock for building generative AI applications with foundational models, SageMaker for training custom ML models, Amazon Q for AI-powered assistants, Lex for chatbots, Poly for text-to-speech, Transcribe for speech-to-text, Translate for language translation, Textract for document extraction, Rekognition for image analysis, Comprehend for text analysis, and Personalize for recommendations. In the final part 11, we are wrapping up with additional categories like IoT, media services, business applications, and bringing our entire journey to a close with a comprehensive recap and next steps for your AWS learning. Just one more part to go. We are at the finish line. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss the finale. Share this series with anyone learning AWS. See you in part 11, the grand finale.